Hello aspirants, this is me Yasmin Gill presenting to you the PIB highlights of 18th of January. So do follow all these videos on this particular link, plus you can also rate and review the course. So let's begin. Today we have a lot of points from prelims, so just focus and we'll not rush through, we'll go easy. So beginning with the first part, we have Republic Day Parade, or what we know as Beating Retreat Ceremony. So as far as the Beating Retreat Ceremony goes, it is organized at Vijay Chowk in New Delhi. Also, it is organized 3 days after Republic Day, marking the end of the festivities. And all the three wings of the military, that is Army, Air Force and Navy, take part in it. Next, we come to society related issues. We have HRD ministry launching a web portal by the name of ShaGun. So this is a web portal for the online tracking of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Also, the word ShaGun itself has been coined from two words: Sha from the Shala, that means schools, and Gunvata, meaning quality. So we can see the focus of the HRD ministry towards the quality of education, which is in fact much needed, as we did yesterday also, that education reforms now need to move from physical infrastructure to quality. Simultaneously, with the help of World Bank, MHRD has come up with new toolkit, and this particular toolkit is for providing inclusive education to children with special needs. So this is developed in collaboration with World Bank. Also, small snippet, which is Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, is a centrally sponsored scheme to provide universal access to education in the age group of 6 to 14 years. Next, we have very important news again, International Vaccine Institute in South Korea. So firstly, do remember this comes in South Korea. So why is it in news? Because Cabinet has approved India's full membership to Governing Council. Though in 2007, with the approval of Cabinet, India joined IVI, but now we are transforming it to full membership, and under this full membership, we have to pay an annual contribution of this much dollars. So other than that, this particular Vaccine Institute, it was established way back in 1997 on the initiatives of United Nations Development Program. Also, this amount of money has to be paid from the budget of that particular member country. For example, in this case, it's India. So earlier, while India came under Group 1 category, so it had to pay an annual contribution of 50,000 US dollars. But now it has transformed to full membership. Also, the aim of this particular institute is obviously to come up with new vaccines. Next, we have Jan Aushadhi Kendras. So I'm sure you must have heard of it. This is for providing access to quality and affordable medicines. So this is under the collaboration of Ministry for Chemicals and Fertilizers. Also, the implementing body for it is BPPI, that is Bureau of Pharma PSUs for India. So why is it in news right now? Because government is planning to establish such kendras in every block, in every gram panchayat of the country, so as to enable cheap access to healthcare. Because we know right now, see, out of pocket expenditure for healthcare is a lot amount of it. So therefore, this will help in cutting it down. Also, this particular collaboration, that is establishing of Jan Aushadhi Kendras, it would be with the help of this very popular institute which we often hear of in implementation of schemes, that is National Yuva Cooperative Society Limited. Other than that, there's another Mission 1000 that is being carried on by the same ministry, that is Ministry for Chemical and Fertilizers, to target 3,000 such kendras in both urban as well as rural areas. Next, we have Indian Food Composition Table. So developed by Ministry of Food and Family Welfare somewhat after a gap of 45 years. So it's very important, and see, what will it do is it will analyze the eating habits, plus it will also keep a track on the diet of patients. So that's a very good idea. In fact, in a country where hidden hunger is very much prevalent, this thing will go a lot in cutting down the malnutrition. So other than that, who have come up with it? Actually, Indian Council of Medical Research plus National Institute of Nutrition, which is located in Hyderabad. So this program was not initiated right now. This data collection has been in process since 2011, as initiated by ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research. And this particular food composition table is also known as nutritive value of Indian foods. Next, we have under Polity and Governance, Understanding Globalization. So this is from Vice President's address, and there are very useful insights which you might use in your answer. So globalization have different aspects to it, or different dimensions to it. One is very easy one, which is economics, which you see usually, that is integration of the world economy. For example, multinationals, right? Other than that, we have political aspects to it, whereby the concept of state and its boundaries is blurred. Then we have cultural aspects as well. Other than that, if you look at international relations, then we have the global governance into picture. For example, coming up of, say, Paris Agreement, etc. They all come under globalization. As far as the culture aspect goes, we have culture hybridity. So culture mingling. Other than that, you can use these very good ideas. So whenever there is globalization, there is flow of various things. For example, flow of people, referred to as ethnoscopes, flow of technology, technoscopes, and so on. Also, certain things which we can see from globalization, one is very prevalent among youth, which is fusion of music. So we have Bhangra pop coming up, right? Other than that, this recent McDonald's based burger of masala dosa, that is also it's a part of globalization, fusion of eating habits. So you can mention such interesting examples as well. Other than that, we have small snippets. One is Zain Davasta, which is the popular or religious book of Parsis, and we have the Rig Ved. So they both have connection because from them we have two sister languages coming up. They have much in common because they were written at a common place in a common time. So that is the reason they have much in common. Also, the first newspaper in Persian language was published in Calcutta way back in 1823 by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, the pioneer of social reform movement in India. So the newspaper was named as Miratul Akhbar. Next, we have international relations. We have certain MOUs. Personally, I do not feel all these are important because we sign these many MOUs with various countries. Otherwise, if you wish, you can go through them. Next, we have under economics a lot many topics. Firstly, we'll be having National Small Savings Fund. So this particular fund, it comes under public accounts of India. Do mention in the comment section under which article public account comes. Also, from this particular public account and from National Small Saving Fund, states also borrow certain amount of money. But now, as per the recommendations of 14th Finance Commission, states won't be borrowing this money from NSSF. And only there are some exclusions for it or certain permissions granted, which are to Arunachal Pradesh, Delhi, Kerala and Madhya Pradesh. So right now, Arunachal Pradesh can still get loans to the tune of 100%. Other than that, Delhi, Kerala and Madhya Pradesh can get to the tune of 50%. And why this is done is because it is felt that it is an additional burden on states. Why? Because they can buy it cheaper from market because market rates are comparatively lower. Other than that, if you look at the FCI contribution, that is the contribution of National Small Saving Funds to Food Corporation of India, this will continue. Why? Because it helps in cutting down the subsidy of the government. How? Because see, if FCI borrows in its current form, for example, whereby it gets the working loan from cash credit limit, that is at a higher interest rate. But if it borrows from NSSF, it is at a lower interest rate. So if FCI borrows at lower interest rate, overall the savings accrue to the government of India and therefore the food subsidy burden, it will come down. So do remember that states now cannot buy. Only certain small debt obligations which are pending, only that will be cleared. Otherwise, new debt cannot be bought up by states from National Small Saving Funds. Other than these, all states. Next, we have Corpus of Credit Guarantee Trust Fund. So this particular fund is for micro and small enterprises. The limit under it has been increased from 2500 crore to 7500 crore to be fully funded by the government of India. Also, coverage has been increased as well. So while earlier it was 1 crore, now it will be 2 crore. Next, we have Modified Special Incentive Package Scheme, a very popular scheme, and you need to know that why is it or which sector does it cater to. So it caters to electronics and it will help us in achieving the mission of zero net imports by 2020. So this particular scheme, it is implemented in all states and districts. Plus, see, why is in news? Because there is a certain amendments which are proposed to it to easing the procedures, etc. Other than that, in this particular scheme, there will be a provision of provision for capital expenditure. So this subsidy will be 20% for special economic zones and 25% from non-special economic zones. Next, we have cabinet approves alternate mechanism. Again, very important. This alternative mechanism will see on a case-to-case basis how much disinvestment must be done in a particular central public sector unit. So this is not a uniform standard, but it will be checked on a case-to-case basis, on the condition that government will retain 51% equity and obviously the management control. So this particular alternative mechanism has been approved by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, which is chaired by Prime Minister. Next, we have 24th Conference of Central and State Statistical Organization. So see, as per the recommendations of National Statistical Commission, this conference must be conducted every year by Ministry of Statistics and Program, and this particular year it will be conducted in Nagpur, Maharashtra, obviously with collaboration from Maharashtra government with this particular theme given. Next, we have certain random collections coming up of this institute in Jharkhand. Other than that, government has recently allowed government-owned insurance companies to be listed at stock exchanges. So right now we have only 5 government-based general insurance companies. So all this will be listed on stock exchanges and the divestment would be there from 100% to 75%. But this will be over a period of time, not a sudden divestment. Next, on the environment section, we have Fly Past. So it is an appeal by Indian Air Force. Why? See, because we know Republic Day is going to come. So see, on Republic Day, Indian Air Force, its planes, they fly relatively at lower heights. So in order to avoid any safety concerns for birds, it has asked, that is Indian Air Force has asked the residents of Delhi not to pollute Delhi, not to throw garbage here and there, to avoid coming up of birds at lower height, and hence their possible accident with the Indian Air Force planes. So in that context, it has issued this appeal by the name of Fly Past. Then we have government is planning to involve youth in the Namami Gange program, which is a very good concept. So youth will be spreading the education or the awareness related to the same by becoming Swachhta Doots. And this program will be done in the collaboration with Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan, which is an autonomous organization under Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Also, proper consultation will be taken from village youth clubs as well. And this will be in collaboration with National Mission for Clean Ganga, which is the implementing arm of Namami Gange. Obviously, the whole mission will be implemented in the Ganga Basin states, which are Uttarakhand, UP, Bihar, West Bengal. Also, one project officer per district will be there. So this is how youth will be involved in cleaning of Ganga. Other than that, we had this MCQs for today's session. So, which countries are in dispute related to islands of Red Sea? Second question, what is true of ECI, that is Election Commission of India 360? Next, we have which among them is true of National Bravery Awards. So, you can check for these answers in the MCQ course, and you can also enroll for the same. Also, in case you like this initiative and you find it benefits you, do not forget to rate and review the same. Thank you so much.